All right, am I streaming? Do you see me out there? Okay, let me connect. Hello? Welcome. Can you hear me? All right, welcome everyone. Let me get on to IAAH Radio Plus. Come check that out. And I'm on. Okay, so now we're connected. Hey everyone. Hola mi amores. How you all doing out there today on this beautiful Saturday? A bombing 46 up here in the mountains. Hi, I'm Judge Desire for Knowledge. Thank you for checking my show out here on IAAH Radio Plus and YouTube. It's a great day out here to be talking about this subject I have, and I hope you got your popcorn ready so that you can come check this out. Of course, we're all going to have our opinions, but I'm just so glad that you are all here with me today and joining in, tuning in on radio and on TV, YouTube. So today's topic is basically drama queens versus real queens. Ooh, strong women don't need the spotlight, and that is so true. And so we're bringing that to you on Know Your Truth Real Talk, which I do every Saturday at 3 o'clock, 3 p.m. here on YouTube and also on IAAH Radio Plus. If you can't see me, then join me by listening in on that app. It's all about house.com is now IAAH Plus Radio Plus, one of those. But you'll find it because I've said it before. So with that being said, with the best DJs and the best music, go check them out. It's great. Thank you, CEO 5, DJ 5 a.m. Thank you so much for the time you give me here. So we're talking about drama queens. Have you seen them out there at your workplace, in your neighborhoods? Maybe a friend, a neighbor, maybe even your family might be one. But the reason why I'm doing this today, this topic on Know Your Truth Real Talk, is because March is the month celebrating women. So I figured, why not bring up a topic about women? I know women is we're great. Okay, but when we have our weaknesses, and so I like to bring the strengths and the weaknesses out because everyone has that, male or female, right guys? Right ladies? All right. So with that being said, I choose to use this topic for to show what strengths a strong women have versus weak women. And to share with you my thoughts on this week's topic by using scenarios of strong women versus weak women, like I said. So, okay, folks, let's buckle up because we're stepping into dangerous territory. Please like, share, and subscribe. And each time that you come here, it'd be very nice if you can do so. I enjoy every one of you that have subscribed. I'm grateful, thankful. Those that are listening, thank you so much. You make my day. So like I said, buckle up because this is dangerous territory we're getting into. The kind where some of the audience is probably going to nod and the other is going to reach for their phone to complain and put it in the comments. Now, before you change the channel or turn your radio off, this is not about insulting women. This is about experiencing the true inner selves of strong women versus weak women. We have it in every species, males as well. I probably do one on them. And so we're going to do women this week topic because like I stated, it's the month of March and this is Women's Month, okay? This is actually not about insulting women. This is about behavior, attitude, and mindset. Because to be honest, let us really be honest. Strength and weaknesses shows up in how people handle life. And I know for a fact that at one point in my life, and I'm not going to lie, I was pretty weak, and then you find out later on, why was I that person? But that's through learning, that's through steps. So if you learn, it's a great thing, but when you don't learn, it's not. So, and it shows, sometimes it'll show up in ways that is hilarious. So just bear with me with the scenarios. You might laugh, you might not, depending on which category you're in. Are you the drama queen or are you that strong woman? So depending on that status and who you are, that's what's going to make you is going to show up as who you are. Like I said, at some point, all of us and myself have been in our weak points, and either you learn and grow from it or you don't. So when you don't grow from it is when there's a situation that becomes dramatic. This is how you get drama queens. All right. So know the differences. And so with that, let's start with the differences. All right. I'm just trying to see why my YouTube. Okay, it's fine. Okay, so let's start with the differences. A strong woman, let's say these are scenarios now, walks into a problem and says, all right, how do we fix this? Am I right or wrong, ladies? Yeah, a strong woman. When a weak energy woman, I'm going to call it weak energy women now because we don't want to call women weak because, it's about the attitude. It's about who they are, like I just mentioned. So it's not that women are weak, okay? So I'm going to say a weak energy women, okay? That's how we're going to describe them now. Walks into the same problem and says, who can I blame for this? All right, you see the difference? When someone knows how to walk into a situation and fix it, and someone else will say, well, let me point the blame on someone else. It's a big difference here. Definitely a big difference. So I'm going to start with scenario number one. All right. Let's say that there's a relationship. Okay. Argument. Every couple have arguments. That's normal. But watch the difference between a strong woman in an argument versus a weak energy woman. So a strong woman in an argument, okay, I was wrong about that. Let's figure it out, right? Normally, that's exactly what there is. They say they do. Whereas a weak woman in an argument, remember what you did in 2008? We're talking about that now? Okay, wow. And you thought the argument was about dishes in the sink, right or wrong, gents? Fellas, right? Now you're on trial for historical crimes you don't know even remembered committing. You didn't even remember it. Remember, you're like, what? Okay, when was this? They even have the date for you, the year. All right, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, Exhibit A, the text message from 2008. I mean, come on. These are the things that weak women do, okay? So that's scenario number one. You saw already, we left it what a strong woman does. It's absolute. It's just one step to positivity. So they leave it there. But not a weak energy woman. They're going to go on promoting jury exhibit A, B, C, and T to you. So we are going to move on to scenario two. Number two. Now this is social media, okay? Social media Olympics, because this is what they do in there. And strong women use social media to share life, right or wrong. They'll share their lives, their dreams. Even on YouTube, like I do, we do content that's uplifting, empowering, and true. Most people won't like the truth, so or at least our truth, but it's positive. You know what I mean? That's what strong women do. They share life. Weak energy women use social media like it's an emotional Olympic, all right? Every post is dramatic. That's why we call them the drama queens, DQ, for sure. And if you look at it and you check out social media, we got a lot of drama queens on there lately. I mean, for years, it's just been the same thing over and over. Nothing really encouraging. And yeah, we do need our entertainment sometimes, but foolishness is just plain foolishness. Like, for instance, drama queens will put things like, they'll post things like, some people don't deserve my energy. They'll start with that crap. I mean, I've seen this before. Fake friends everywhere. I got fake friends everywhere. Who cares? We don't want to hear about it. You need to fix what is happening in your life and not display it on social media. People are jealous of my flow. Okay, my glow. I'm sorry. And flow, actually. So I'm like, okay, you see this on social media and you're like, really? No one's jealous of your glow. You're okay. Come on. Let's move forward and bring some positivity here. But this is what weak energy does, okay? Weak energy women. Nobody even knows what happened. Like, for instance, her cousin probably called, asked her if she could borrow something, but now FB looks like an episode of emotional detective work. I mean, come on, everyone in the comments are, girl, what happened? What happened? Don't you remember seeing this in some of your friends or general social media posts? You'll see them, what happened? What happened? Because they'll start. That's a drama queen. They'll put it out there. And then the drama queen replies, nothing, I'm just protecting my peace. I, all of that. All of that just to say I'm protecting my peace. If you're protecting your peace, why announce it to 4,000 or more people? Make that make sense. That's not peace. That's going into to 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 the social media, explaining to the whole wide world all this drama. How can that be peace? All right. So with that scenario, that one was about social media. Yeah, we need to stop that. LOL, right? We need to stop that social media stuff. Keep your stuff positive on social media or make a fool of yourself. It's one or the other. And if this relates with you, you know who the drama queen around you is and who the strong woman is around you, ladies and gentlemen. So, you know, always check that out when you watch your social media, and you'll know who you could depend on and who to just either block or ignore. Now, scenario number three, accountability. Here's where real strength shows up, though. All right. So now we got the strong women who say Mercury is in retrograde, and weak women will say stuff like, Mercury is retrograde. Everything is the universe's fault. Bad relationship is because of Mercury. This is because of Mercury. That is because of Mercury. Um, Late to work, Mercury. Ate an entire pizza alone, blame it on Mercury. I mean, we've seen people on social media using that term as well. I have anyway. I try to stay off of social media now because it's really not as positive as I would like it. But then, some people love it. I only go there to post what I need to, comment on a few things like lifting people up, and then I'm out. But at this point, Mercury must be the most irresponsible planet if this is all you're going to do is blame it on that in the solar system, okay? If you don't know what Mercury retrograde is, it's actually an optical illusion where Mercury appears to move backwards in its orbit, and that's associated with communication breakdowns, travel delays, and technical mishaps. So when you see things like that happen, normally that's what that's considered. So a lot of people will utilize that Mercury retrograde as an excuse for everything in life instead of looking at the real excuse themselves. Until you can see that in yourself, you can't grow. So how can you be strong? So this is the weak energy we're talking about. So let's go to scenario number 4, the attention economy. Now we were just talking about accountability, but drama queens are going to want that attention. All right. So scenario number 4, the attention economy. Weakness loves attention, right? So the dramatic posts. I'm done being nice. You remember that one? Everyone's like, oh, okay, I'm done being nice. And you're like, okay, done being nice to who? The mailman, the dog, your husband, your wife, who? You never get to find that answer out. Or the classical attention getter, because this is attention. They're not going to give you the answer right away. You got to figure it out. They like da-da, 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 da-da. Like you're waiting. Oh my God, da-da-da-da-da-da, the drum. Okay, where is it? So that's the classical attention getter. And another one is, I'm about to expose everyone, and then nothing gets exposed. I've seen that before. Like they leave you hanging. It's like a Netflix trailer that never releases the movie. So be careful of those type of weak energies because they just love the attention. That's the scenarios that they create. That's why they're considered drama queens. Whereas a strong woman, you're not going to hear all this involvement. You're not going to get all of that. They're not going to tell you their business. They mind their business. They only come in to support, subscribe, like, and share for you like I do, and they move forward. Weak women aren't going to do that. Oh, I wish she would get off of social media. I'm sure I have a lot of people that don't like my name. I'm going to just step up right now. Judge Desire for now. I know you don't. So I'm not upset about that. I'm confident in myself. See, that's a strong woman versus a weak one who would, I should have had that name for myself. Well, you can't. It's trademarked. But anyway, not making fun of anyone, but this is the scenarios of a strong and a strong woman versus a weak one who would utilize whatever you have against you with no reason to hate or not like you. None. Those are weak energy women. All right. Because, like I said, there's going to be people like that in the world. They won't like, share, and subscribe because they didn't do it themselves. They haven't accomplished much in life, or maybe they did and they choose not to. There's one or the other. Doesn't make them weak, but when you look at it, mostly those type of women are the ones, because if something is good, it's good. And I support people like that. Like, even if I don't know you and I feel like, you know what, I like this, I'm going to support you because I'm a strong woman. I have confidence. There's no competition for strong women. We don't, there's nothing to be competitive with, no one to be competitive with. We're strong within ourselves. And where weak women, they're always competitive. They have egos. They need to be the best. I'll win at all costs. That kind of woman. Those are weak women energies, okay? We're going to go into relationships where everything gets real, all right? These are real time, okay? Here's where the comedy meets the truth, okay? Strong women want peace and partnership. I was just talking about that. Weak energy want control and chaos. Didn't I just say that without using the word chaos? Yeah. Strong women, let's build something together, which is normally what they do. And weak energy women go, let's argue about something. You're half asleep and suddenly you hear, do you even love me? This is in relationships, right? Strong women will build with their partner, but not weak women. Do you even really love me? That's all they're caring about. And whereas the partner is probably saying, girl, I was dreaming about tacos 5 seconds ago, and now I'm taking a relationship pop twist at 1 o'clock in the morning. This is weak women. They always need the attention. They're always looking for that attention. And if they don't get it, God forbid, you're in trouble. Be careful, guys. Be careful, fellas, of the weak energy women. With a strong one, sometimes we can intimidate men as well. I've seen that. So we try to calm it down, but we're strong enough to do it ourselves, get it together. We like to share it with you, but some men can't stand that. I've seen that. Maybe I'll do a show on that as well. Basically, where strong women with regular average men, how do they deal with strong women? Oh, that's a good idea. Thank you guys. I just thought of it myself, and I'm going to do a show on that one and see, because the weak women are the ones that are going to give you a lot of drama. So, and now we're going to go into the competition problem with both sides, okay? And we know the drama queen is always in competition because they need that. I don't know if they need a pat on the back or an elevation, someone to elevate them more on their social media, and this is why they post pictures all day long of their face, bodies, or whatever. But I'm not into that. Strong women aren't going to do stuff like that. We really don't care about posting ourselves unless it's something meaningful that will help everyone else, the community, the viewers, or whoever. So we're going into the competition problem. Some people treat relationships like competition. So we just left relationships. Now we're going to go into competition problem in relationships. Strong women don't compete with their partners. Let's just say that right now. They build with them. All right. So don't forget that part. Weak energy women, though, they always are. If I'm not winning, no one's winning. And you can tell by the energy. Sometimes, have you ever gone into a room somewhere, no matter, just place or place, and you feel that energy? If I'm not winning, nobody's winning kind of thing, the ego and all of that from other women, because this is about women right now. And yeah, I have. I'm sure a lot of you as well. Those are what we call weak energy women, that they can't stand up to who they are and identify with themselves as a beautiful human being, as a strong woman. So this is where they go to. They have to win at all costs, even in relationship. That's when relationships turn into two lawyers arguing a case instead of two people building a life together. And this is what happens. This is what sucks, because it always ends up that way sometimes. With most of competitiveness when it comes to relationships, it, you can't you can't remain in a relationship like that, because eventually other people are going to be involved, the lawyers, the courts, this and that. I see it all the time. And instead of building two people building their life, now they have the whole arena in there, lawyers, judges, and everyone else, because they couldn't handle just simplifying themselves into what's needed to be done and just being satisfied. So let's talk about the difference in confidence between the two, the strong woman versus the weak woman, which I call weak energy women. All right. So strong women don't need to announce it when they're out. Weak confidence is loud, while strong confidence is calm, like I was just saying. And strong women don't walk in the room saying, I'm the prize. They walk in the room and people already know it. All right. So basically, that's when you get the drama queens that know when you walk in a room that you're going to be the one that's actually the prize without saying it. Weak energy women walks in yelling, I'm the queen. But a few minutes later, they're around the bartender asking about their drink coupon and what prices, specials they can get. Yeah, but they're the queen, right? Nobody's buying them drinks. Nobody's doing anything for them. But see, I'm only bringing in the confidence part here now because confidence has a lot to do with the fact that women, the strong women versus weak women, it's all in confidence as well. So, and it's not like if you change your mindset, then and you know who you are, then you don't need to do these type of things, because as you can see, this is weak energy, especially when you think you have to come in and dominate the room. Some people, they don't even go in. Strong women, we go into the room, we don't even care about that. We're just happy to be there and enjoy people, enjoy your tribe, enjoy the public or whoever, wherever your event is. You just embrace people, and then you get some haters. Those are the weak energy women. You get some that will support you. Those are the strong women. Just look at it. It's all behavior. It's all confidence. It's all has to do with your mindset. I have a few videos on mindset, so some of you guys that want to go check that out, go check that out on my channel on YouTube, and I'm sure you'll like it. Now we're going to move on to the growth factor, and this is how you grow and see how the difference is between the growth of a weak energies. Women don't usually grow; they stay there. I call them little girls because until you grow up, you're not a woman yet. But the growth factor, the strongest women you'll ever meet have one thing in common, which I know for sure. They have been through some stuff, heartbreak, failure, life knocking them down, and all type of things. Whoever knows. But instead of them becoming bitter like most people, they become wiser, and that's the truth. Some people, for instance, I'll just bring up how the courtroom system is, and that's how you can tell how many weak people, women, are in there. And I'm not saying all of them aren't there to justify. Certain things are justifiable, but things that can be worked outside the courtroom shows how much bitterness a lot of women have, weak women anyway, have against things that happens in their life, and they're ready to tear you apart. So be careful with that. And we're talking about, I can justify certain things, but everything, alimony, birth, child support, divorce, just make it simple. We don't need to do all of this. And alimony, what's that about? The person took care of you your whole life, whether female or male. You took care of each other, work that out. We don't have to take any more from each other. Just build yourself and grow. That's what strong women would do. But the bitterness enables people to do stuff like that. That's what they do. Oh, I have a right to it. That's a part of your bitterness too. Your growth. You need to grow up. Yeah, everyone has rights, but it can be amicable, worked out amicably. Okay, we don't care about seeing this in the system, but it hurts a lot of people, your families, your children. It's really harsh. And me, I don't even know these people, and it's really hard to see that. If you would consider it yourselves and look at yourselves in the mirror and say, wait a minute, we look like idiots, or the person that's doing it is an idiot. But sorry, the bitterness consumes you. So be careful with that, weak energy women, because change your life, change your attitude, change your confidence in yourselves. Obviously, you don't love yourselves too much, because not every woman does this. I know everybody thinks, yeah, everybody takes people to child support, alimony. I didn't do any of those above at all. And any my history shows the receipts, and any of my ex will know I don't do that. I leave, I move forward, upward and forward. I don't go back behind to grab scraps. No. If it's meant to be, it's going to come back to me. I don't have to worry about it. And that's how we all should think, strong minded. And if it's not meant, close that door and leave it shut forever. Because that's what makes you strong. I don't know why I went here, but the bitter part is what I needed to speak about because I've seen so much of it in the system, in the court system, that it's horrible to see. I don't know how people aren't embarrassed of themselves. But like I said, some are justified and some aren't justified. And we have too many weak energy women out here. We're not talking about the men today, folks, that are bitter. And instead of being bitter, they should become wiser. Like, that's what strong women do. Instead of becoming bitter, they become wiser. They don't use people. They don't go back hoping that they can ruin someone. Whereas weak energy women blames the past forever. They're never going to stop. He, she, whatever. The strength says that. The strong strength of a woman says that lesson hurts, but it made me better. So that's what we need to see. For me, everything in my life has been a learning lesson, whether it's a work experience, life experience, personal experience. I've learned my lessons. I don't take anything from anyone and treat them wrong. I either disconnect totally, I'm done with you without consequences, revenge, deceit. Who does this? Sleeping around with other people just to get back at somebody or use excuses to do so because those are weak women. I just wanted to say that. And we're talking about women today, guys, not men. So don't take it, why are you always on women? No, that's what this show topic is about today, because this is Women's Month. And I just wanted to bring it up so that a lot of women can look at themselves and see if they're part of that weak energy, and why things don't work out for you and aren't going in your favor is because maybe you need to change that energy that you have, your mindset, change your confidence in yourself, make it stronger. I don't know what it is. Self-love, self-care is a part of it. Empower yourselves with my videos if needed. Please like, share, and subscribe so somebody that is of weak energy, whether male or female, will see these, because I've been there myself. I was at weak energies as a youngster, and I could have allowed it to take a toll on me, but I didn't. Instead, I grew and I said, that's not what I want to do. I want to build and be something for myself, not for others. So, important that I need to do is to not be a person that is resentful, hate, bitter, envious. Those things aren't in my vocabulary, but I've seen it happen to me. I've seen it happen to a lot of people. So that's where we have to say it stops now. The buck stops here and change. All right. So go watch my videos. I have a few good ones out there, and it's not being me. It's just that, do you want to grow or you want to stay that way? Because it's embarrassing. Eventually, if you go into the court system, some of the cases are public. You could go sit there and see how embarrassing that looks. Go into family court. It's embarrassing. I mean, you're making yourselves look like idiots. This is weak energy. We can work things out now. Like I said again, and I'm going to repeat it, some things are justified and justifiable and some aren't. I'm talking about the ones that aren't justifiable. It's just too much, you know. We're overwhelmed in the court system. But here's the thing. We're still going to have our jobs. So don't come to me in the comments, well, you need your job. Baby girl, guy, I'm still have my job, because there's always going to be criminals or people that are weak energies out here. So welcome. All right. And with that being said, the final truth. I'm going to bring it down. Here's the final truth. The reality nobody likes to admit. All right. Strength is not about gender. It's about choices. We're just talking about women today. But some people choose growth. Some people choose excuses. Some people build peace. And some people build drama. All right. And with that, it's sad, but which one do you build? Do you build growth? Do you choose growth or excuses? Do you build peace or drama? And if we are to be honest, every person listening and watching right now has had moments of both. And I say that because I know I have been there, but I grew up a long time ago. Some people, they won't grow. They're just going to sit there. But the goal isn't perfection, okay? The goal is growth. Not trying to be perfect here. There's no such thing. Because strong people, women or men, don't make the world louder. They make the world better. So those type of people are who you would want to be, and that, my friends, is called real power. That's the real power. But nobody sees that. They think the real power is being drama queens, being bitter, resentful, payback time, revenge. I know it's not. So I'm just going to explain for me what I believe a strong woman is in my own. And a strong woman for me is one who knows her worth and value. Once you know that, you're going to say, wait a minute, was this worth my time? Is that person worth my time? Is this job worth my time? Is this valuable to me? Is it worth doing? Okay, not to others, but to yourself. Okay, for me, a strong woman is one who knows her worth and value, not to others, but to herself. She doesn't play games, okay, because she doesn't have the time for things that aren't worth her time. She values her time and uses it wisely. That's a strong woman. A strong woman has self love, self care, and self respect, and most of all, is empowered. And you cannot, there's nothing more powerful than that. So stay tuned because I might talk about strong men versus weak men soon. So I don't, next week is going to be legal matters, so I'm not sure when. But trust me, the fellas aren't getting off easy either, ladies. You are not. So thank you for watching today. I'm bringing you the truth and nothing but the truth. Know Your Truth, Real Talk with me, JudgeDesire for Knowledge, is now adjourned. And I hope to see you all next week for my legal matters. I have a great topic. Come check that out. Weak men. Yeah. That's I'm not sure when I'm gonna do that. Uh, just check my social media, check YouTube. I'm not sure when. Great show. Thank you so much. But I will be doing it because it's only fair. I'm not gonna hit over my girls like that and not come out with the guys. Strong men versus weak women. I'm sorry, strong men versus weak men. All right, let's see what that's about. And so, with that being said, and I will be bringing the future, if not just that one, the one about how a man can handle a strong woman like myself and what I just explained here. Because I've seen when I grew up and I left that weak energy stuff years ago when I was younger, how it empowered me. And there's a lot of men that can't handle that. So we're going to discuss that on another show, probably next month sometime. Happy spring to everyone. And if you didn't know, I'm finding out myself. This is the actual New Year's. I research. Go see it for yourself. So happy spring, everyone. I hope you all have a great... Hola. Ah, hi, sweetheart. I'm going off now. Oh, love you guys. Thanks for joining. Anyway, I love you. And so happy spring to everyone. We are hoping that up here in the mountains we will get more than 46 degrees this week. I am planning to put that jerk chicken on, hopefully tomorrow. Go watch my Grilling with Judge Desire for Knowledge. I've been putting those up. There's some up right now. And I am actually marinating that jerk, homemade jerk sauce in the half chicken right now. Well, it was a whole chicken. I cut them in halves. And watch me grill them this week. If not tomorrow, then Monday. But they will be on the grill. So go check Grilling with Judge Desire for Knowledge. I'm out and about. I'm out and about travels. I also have Legal Matters next week and Know Your Truth, Real Talk, one of our favorites here every Saturday at 3 on IAAH Radio Plus and on YouTube. Thank you all. Thank you, IAAH Radio Plus as well. Go check them out. They got great genres of music out there that's really kicking. Everybody has their own style. It's great. My husband, DJ Buggin' Hard, he's pretty cool on Tuesdays out there with that, and the other DJs. Go check them out. They're on IAAH Radio. If you want me, you get me on IAAH Radio Plus. All right. Blessings to the family. I see you guys. Blessings to you all. I hope you all are doing well out there. And have a great Saturday. I know I will. Ciao.